Hi, Tziporah here, intimacy and relationship alchemist, and today I'm here with my friend Aubry, and we're just poolside having a poolside chat around what it's like to be in our body and how that affects our choices and what that even means, and what it's like when we're being run on stress and disconnected and maybe running from our manic mind and what that might mean to us. So we just wanted to share a conversation with you personally. And so I know for me, when I am in my body, I, like right now, when I just close my eyes and tune in, there's this warmth that I feel in my belly. There's, like, I'm really open. I'm open to being intimately connected to the people that I'm with. I'm more present to them. I'm able to have a clearer conversation and to be really here and being more sensitive to my surroundings, being able to make different choices around what I need in the moment, because I don't know about for you listening, but how often have you been stressed out and running around and you've made choices that weren't even aligned with what your body needed, what your emotions needed, making poor choices in your relationships or getting in arguments. I know I can become sometimes in this panic state if I'm not in my body, and that obviously affects the relationships around me and how my partner or my friends are reacting to me. And so I'd love to hear, Aubry, I'd love to hear about, maybe share an experience with us of a moment when you maybe weren't so present in your body and maybe there's a lot of stress happening in your life, and you went into an experience and how it affected that experience. I think Aubry's going to share about horseback riding. I'm just going to guess there.
I am. Being around horses has taught me a lot about myself, in addition to the equine species in general. But I was working with my riding instructor a couple of years ago, and I had a lesson after work, and I remember gripping the steering wheel on the way up to the equestrian center, and I was just so wound up from being at work that I wasn't grounded. I was not in my body. I was not really connected, and then I didn't even have the awareness of that. And so, I get out of my truck, I put on my boots, and I'm approaching my riding instructor and the horse, and I'm wound up tighter than a knot, and the horse can totally feel that. And I put the bridle on and bring the horse over to the tack and start saddling up, and the horse is agitated and I'm agitated, and it's this building conversation without words, just how intense it is. And I remember my riding instructor saying, "Are you breathing?" And she goes, "Just take a deep breath." And I did. And she said, "Now, take a deep breath and make a noise on the exhale." And the horse immediately softened up. And, the horse and I are now on the same page. We're connecting. So I was more grounded. The horse was more grounded.
And how did that affect, if you could share briefly, how maybe one tangible way that then changed the way the horse responded to you?
Just that physical, me relaxing, you could see the relaxation in the horse, but when you mount a horse and you begin riding, they're taking direction from you, from your physical cues. So you can squeeze one thigh a little bit and just pull on the reins lightly one way or another, and they're receiving that message and they're doing what you want them to do. So when you are connected fully and you're breathing with the horse is responding to you. You're feeling that underneath you. When you're not connected, that horse is not going to do what you want it to do.
And so that was your experience.
Absolutely.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Absolutely.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
so, sometimes often when in social environments, I can see the moments where I can get wrapped up for moments where I feel like I have to be something that I'm not, right? And where that creates stress, my head starts to spin. I put myself in a situation that I'm trying to take on someone else's unique genius. And recently I went to a gathering, and I was speaking to you about this a moment ago, and often I like to be the introvert. I like to sit back and watch, and I recognize how that's my natural way because I'm so sensitive to everything around me. And so I went to this gathering, lots of people that I didn't know. And at first I'm just like, oh my God, I got to talk to this person and that person, this person. I don't know about all of you, but sometimes that could be a little stressful with needing to put on this social mask of how you act in front of people. And that lasted for about 10 minutes, and I realized how tiring it was because, again, I wasn't in my body. I definitely wasn't giving myself what I needed, and it made me unavailable for real, true, intimate connection because I was trying to do something that I wasn't. And so after about 10 minutes, I'm just like, why am I here? I want intimate connection. But I needed to be intimate connected to my own body and my feelings, and how that starts for me is just even noticing the sensations in my body. Is my belly relaxed and soft? Is my breath in my body? What is the temperature in my body? How am I actually moving? Like walking? Is it fluid, like what comes to me as life permeates me? Versus the rigidness when I'm trying to force something to happen. So in that moment of making that decision, I remember I'm just like, I'm just gonna be, and I'm gonna enjoy my surroundings. I remember jumping in the pool and swimming by myself and sitting on one edge of the pool by myself. I went at the pool and saying hi to people, but not getting stuck. I had to stay in these conversations, but being fluid again. Right? Nature is fluid in the movement. And it was like a dance, and I would say hi and have these conversations, and even though they were quick and short, they were so intimately connected because I was now more available. And I remember sitting on the ledge of the pool and watching about 50 people around me, but not necessarily right in front of me talking to me. And again, how connected I feel, and it was a totally different experience because the reminder is again how available, because just like the horse that Aubry just shared, is that everything that we involve ourselves with, we are in relationship with it. So I was in relationship to my environment. And by coming back to the way my natural rhythm was, I felt so much more connected to everyone. And again, it was just such a natural vibe. So thank you for asking that question. And so I think what we're wanting to share with all of you is to remember to tune into what, one, your natural flow is. I like to call it your unique genius, how you act in the world. And how when you tune into your body, whether that's taking the breath, sighing, taking a moment of 30 seconds to a minute of stillness, to noticing the temperature in your body, the physiological responses to how your body is responding to the environment that you're in, and allowing it enough stillness to change so your environment, whether that's people, the horse, nature, I don't know if you guys can hear the sound of the birds next to us, but how it's responding to you, because each moment is an opportunity for connection and intimacy, or creating more separation and rigidness. So I think that's our invitation to all of you today, is to access more intimacy and connection. So thank you for sharing in our poolside chat today, and we look forward to having more with you very soon.